This is perhaps one of the most unique watches I've ever had on the channel. The Novamos Shanghai is a watch that will draw your eye every time. Mountaintops etched into the titanium surface, to the domed sapphire crystal covering the off-centered movement. This is a love it or hate it watch. But before you make up your mind on whether or not you love it or hate it, let's get into the details first of the Shanghai. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chase and this is All Things Random, mostly watch reviews with some random stuff sprinkled in between, and I do have some random stuff coming up in the future. In fact, one of these random things that I just got in can either throw you in jail or at the worst, get you killed. And I'm really excited to bring that to you. That'll come in just a couple weeks. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about this Novamos. This is the Shanghai. And this thing, I'm telling you, it's a love it or hate it. But details first, then my opinion at the very end. The watch measures at 50 millimeters in diameter with a full titanium alloy case. It incorporates the elements of the mountains and rivers, symbolizing getting away from the hustle and bustle of the city into the natural scenery. In this one, the black obsidian, it reminds me instead of an otherworldly body traveling through space into the darkness of nothingness. The high peaks of the mountains, the lines of the valleys, are created by a 6-axis CNC process after the form of the case is created by the pressure of a 50-ton press. The case has no lugs, has a top grain black leather strap that is recessed back within the case. The thickness of the watch measures at 11 millimeters at the lowest point of the watch and 15 millimeters at the highest peak. Off-center to the right of the case, with a sapphire crystal creating almost a domed habitat for the beating Seiko 6600A high precision movement. Skeletonized with a black minute track around the perimeter, sword hands for the hour and minute, and a curved second hand with a bird perched atop towards the very end. The movement offers 38 hours of power reserve with a beat rate of 21,600 vibrations an hour, an accuracy of plus or minus 15 seconds a day, a small rotor to the rear that keeps the watch wound, and curiously, on the back of the watch is a small hatch where an empty container sits. So I'm not saying to put your magic powder in it as you travel to Vegas, but it's an option if you want. At the 3 o'clock position is a round titanium crown, non-screw down, but the watch does boast 50 meters of water resistance. Not really water resistant, but it's good enough for everyday wear. The watch wears slightly larger on the wrist, with mine being 7¼ inches for reference, but this watch is not built or designed to be small. It's meant to be a statement piece, creating a buzz and a conversation. Now, at the beginning of the video, I said that this is a love it or hate it watch. And now that you have the details of the watch, some of the macro shots, some of the hands-on stuff, I'm sure you understand exactly what I mean. This mountainous beast of a titanium cased watch, again, with that off-centered movement, is meant to, again, be a statement piece. That's it. You can wear it in shorts and a t-shirt. If you want to toss a suit on and wear it, you can, because it does have a black leather strap. So technically, this can be dressy. That being said, no matter what you wear, your eyes are going to instead draw to this thing on the wrist, and it will start conversations. In fact, I've worn it a few times out in public, and that's exactly what it's done. It immediately draws your eyes down to the wrist, and people are like, what kind of watch is that? What are you wearing? Now, some people love this. Some people love the conversation starter. Some people love the uniqueness of the watch itself, because you don't see this every day. You don't see this every day. But people are going to say, well, you could wear a giant, gaudy 55 millimeter gold and stainless steel Invicta, and you don't see that every day either. And that's also going to be a statement piece that draws your eyes down to the wrist. And this is where people who love a unique timepiece are going to love this watch, but then you have the enthusiasts, the watch enthusiasts on the other side, who are probably going to hate it. Now, when it comes to watch aesthetics, they can vary greatly. But one of the things that I have noticed, especially being a watch collector myself, are you have those very snobby watch snob collectors who collect the high-end, subtle, maybe quiet luxury timepieces that just disappear on your wrist. This would be something like a Rolex Submariner, right? A Rolex Submariner looks like any dive watch out there on the market, right? With that classic dive look, but it disappears on your wrist. It goes unnoticed, and you spent 10 grand on this unnoticed watch that sits on the wrist that does nothing but tell time, and you don't even use it to tell time. You use your phone to tell time. It's just there as a piece of jewelry. Or a Rolex Daytona, or a Zenith chronograph, right? These things will go unnoticed on the wrist. Yes, they are super high quality, but this is where the hardcore watch enthusiasts who love that subtle, quiet luxury is going to hate something that just screams loudly. And those are the same people who also don't like Richard Mille or Hublot or anything like that. So you're either going to have the enthusiasts who love the statement of it, who love the design, right, of this. To me, again, it's more of a otherworldly style watch. I know it's there to resemble the mountains and rivers and valleys, and they do offer this in different colors that has almost like a snowflake look. But I like the black obsidian because it just, again, I'm a space guy, and it just reminds me of like a meteor traveling through space. So that's why I like it. That's the representation I get out of it. Now, is it super expensive to buy this watch? No, that's like a $500 watch. So it's good for everybody. But it's cool that the entire case is made of titanium that has to be pressed in this 50-ton press, and then it's CNC machined out. And it takes, I don't think you guys understand, it takes hundreds of hours to create a watch like this. It's not just something that's mass produced. So to me, it's rather cool. So with that in mind, love it or hate it, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think about this watch. I have a lot of videos coming out in the future. I'm trying to release a couple videos a week. So do me a favor. If you're here, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything, but it really does help the channel. It allows me to get more watches in for review so I can make content for you guys. Hit the like button and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop all of these videos. Until next time.